Hey, what's up everyone? Hope you're having a good week. Thanks for tuning in to another episode. Things are going good here. The monsoon clouds have shown up, but the rain seems to be hitting at every other place except for my location, so that's kind of frustrating. So Sierra and I, we just kind of been hanging out today in the camper, in the air conditioning, relaxing, and wanting to bring you up to speed with what we've been up to the past few days. Just a little Tacoma hack, or anybody that has cup holders back there, it makes a great doggy bowl. So that's what Sierra does. Every time we get in the truck after backpacking or hiking or whatever, she should go for a drink. But we're up at Flagstaff right now. We're going to hit REI, and I'm going to take Sierra in there with me. I'm thinking what we're going to do going forward is I want to start fly fishing. There's some good places here in Arizona to hit that just don't see a lot of people. And there's some cool trout to chase too, like the Gila trout and the Apache trout, some trout that's kind of a little bit harder to find, and they're pretty rare, so it'd be fun to go chase those trout. And there's also the the headwaters for the Little Colorado River are up here in Arizona, and so there's some really great fishing over there. Also some good fishing in Oak Creek Canyon down by Sedona. And so if we're gonna head out, Sierra unfortunately can't really get in and out of the truck very easy. And even with the steps that I made for her back there, she has a problem. Hey, what's up, girl? She has a problem kind of getting up and down, and I don't want her to lose her footing and get hurt. And so I think we're gonna get a lightweight tent today, and I want to get one that I can use for backpacking, because once her time comes to pass, I want to get back into backpacking, and there's some really great places that I want to go hit up. So might as well invest in a real nice tent right now. So we're gonna go inside and see what they have, and see if we can't get something good. All right, let's get going. Let's go. Hey, how's it going? You want to get going? Sierra, don't. I'm like, don't.
I feel you dripping on my leg over
Let's go. Go ahead. Go ahead. You're doing good, sweetie. All right, monsoons are starting to stack up, but a little bit late showing up today. We had some this morning, but they departed at about 9 a.m. and it's been a little bit sunny since. It looks like this, though, is really barreling down on us. I think we'll probably have some rain here soon, which is good because I want to test out the metal roof. I want to make sure that I screwed it all down right, and then I overlapped it correctly so that there's no leaks coming in from the underside here. So I added some 1/2-inch bolts, these hex bolts, to the structure here. So they're on all the main beams except for the one that I want to switch out, and that just gives a little bit of extra support and takes some of the stress off of the 5.5-inch deck screws. And then I want to come up here, I want to show you just real quick what I've been doing. I think this is looking awesome. Just about done with all the screws. I've got to do this center portion here. That's the only thing I have left, but been screwing it all down. It did rain a little bit this morning, but not enough to really give it a good test to see if it's waterproof. And so that's why I'm looking forward to having that hit here hopefully soon, and we can test this thing out. This all kind of worked itself out good. This was the piece that was flat, and so I had to bend it back and kind of make it into the same shape as the other U-channel sheets here, and it looks good. I mean, it doesn't look out of place. I mean, that one looks a little bit wonky, but the rest of it looks fine. And I think it just turned out looking really sharp, It looks super cool. And I just love the old school look of those metal U-channel sheets, the patina on it's awesome. Made a few more runs with the ATV to fill these up. It's really nice, locks them into place. I did take that one out and then filled in more over there. Just need to do this one, and then we'll be pretty much set with it. It is amazing how much these do lock them into place, though. I mean, like, it just does not move. It's super, super, super stout. Everything's looking good, but definitely love how this is turning out. Something happened to my solar the other day. Messed up one of my panels. It was like 6 o'clock in the morning, and I heard something hit it, and I was like, what in the heck's going on? And this thing shattered. Looks like something hit right here, and I have no idea what it was. I came out here and looked, there was no one out here, there's no animals running around, no nothing. So I have no idea what hit that, but it knocked it down. And what happens with that is eventually the glass in there, since it's all shattered, it'll start to come out of the panel and get all over the place, so you gotta replace them. Some people have asked about the solar area, and you know, some people have even suggested to put solar on top of the roof, but the reason why I don't want to do that is twofold. One, if there's a bunch of snow up there, I don't want to get up in the wintertime and have to knock it off to harvest solar if we have a big snowstorm. And two, if it's on the ground, it's easier to work with the wiring and troubleshoot stuff than if it's up there. And so, oh, and also too, the third reason is I think there was some sort of code thing to where if you put solar and mount it permanently on top of a structure, you have to get a permit for it or something like that. So I'm just gonna make the mounts for the ground here. And what I like about this area is this is kind of like the corner section of my garden, and I'm gonna knock out all this stuff over here to make more raised garden beds for more food production. But this area over here is just kind of vacant. There's not much going on. And I do get full sun. Obviously in the summertime, you know, the sun will come up pretty much just right there where the rocks are. It'll come up and just track all the way overhead. So this area is no problem in the summertime. But then in the wintertime, it does go from like right here from the ridge, and it'll come up, and it kind of goes up like this and up and over and hangs in the sky and then goes down over there. So I could have a solar field here and in the wintertime still be able to harvest it and not have to worry about it being, you know, in the shade all day. Now, if needed, I can knock a little bit of that tree down or just thin it out a tad just to give more sun here. But I do think that with the amount of space that I have, you know, you could do, I mean, heck, there's 300 watts of panels right there to give you an idea. And I just want to put a kilowatt out here, so it'd be 1,000 watts of solar that I pull in, and just have them mounted like this, you know, and make little frames for them and have them pointed, and then there's like different sort of brackets you can get, and Renogy makes them. You just screw the panels right onto them and you're good to go. Then you don't have to worry about them in the wind or anything like that, and they won't get all thrown around. So that's what I'm thinking about for this area and for my solar. I've just really been kicking around different ideas about what I could do. And you know, another thing too is like my land here is really heavily, you know, it's a lot of vegetation on the ground, like this stuff here. And so in order to, you know, clear a whole new area and all that stuff, I just don't think there's any place that's better than what I've already got cleared right here. So that's what we're gonna go with the solar. And I'm gonna order that panel, replacement panel. I'll probably get a 400 watt one instead of a 200 watt. Order that up, order some more cords, and start to get some more lumber in here. And then that'll be the next project that I work on, is my solar field. And then I can explain, like, you know, the batteries that I use and all that stuff. Because I use a lithium ion battery, but I also have deep cycle batteries too as a backup. Let's check out the garden here real quick. Everything's going great. Everything's going great with the strawberries. The strawberries are kicking out a ton. I do have a little spider here. You can see him. He's calling my on-duty security guard. He makes sure that no bugs are getting in here and screwing with it. Got some more buds coming in, lots more fruit if you see down over there. And I've eaten all the ripe ones over the past couple weeks because as soon as I get them, I mow them down. I am having a problem with my sweet red peppers again. If you see, let me show you here what's going on with them. If you look here, you see how the fruit looks like it's like withering, and now it's soft. It's like something's wrong with it. So I don't know. At first I thought I didn't have enough nitrogen in the soil. Maybe I have too much now. And I'm gonna test it here because I want to see what's going on. So I've got a test kit, and we're gonna test the soil because this area next to it here, this is where I want to put my sweet potatoes, because the sweet potato slips are just about done. And but before I do that, you know, I don't want to put them in here and just have them die on me. So and I want to get the sweet potato or the sweet red pepper plant running up and running and doing well. So let's test this soil before the storm hits. It does look like this is definitely creeping in on us a little bit more, so we're gonna have to do this quickly. But let's test this soil and see how it comes out, and then we'll know what we need to add, and if anything. So something's off though. I know something's off with it. So we've got to make a few adjustments with that, and then we'll be in good shape. All right, kind of hard to tell because I spilled some of this in here, but it's looking like it's in between neutral and alkaline, so probably like 7.3 as far as the pH balance is concerned. I'm going to do a phosphorus and also a nitrogen test just to make sure I'm not missing anything, and we'll get this soil all figured out. So anyway, the rain that never did hit, and so I didn't get a chance to test out the roof and see if the metal roofing was waterproof with the way I put it together. So hopefully we'll keep our fingers crossed for tomorrow. They're saying a 60% chance of rain tomorrow, but they set it for today too, and it never happened. So we'll see what's up. But anyway, everybody, thanks for tuning in. We'll have another episode for you tomorrow, and I hope you all have a great evening. Thanks.